Yo, what is up everybody? Heatwave832 here. Gonna be showing you a very fun Amara build.
Goodbye for now.
You don't need too much. I think the hardest thing to get is a face puncher with the right anoint. So let's start diving into this. It's the deep dive face puncher. It's only a ×7. I like it better than the ×14 because I don't like the ammo consumption of using two ammo per shot. I'm also using a phase zerker. You can use other class mods. The class mod doesn't matter too much with this build, but I'm using this in particular because this is the only class mod I have with action skill cooldown on it. I also like to use the Snowdrift static charge because it has action skill cooldown and it'll make the face puncher act like a brainstormer pretty much. So you're getting two guns in one right here. As for my shield, I have a couple frozen hearts. I don't use these ones too much. I stick more with the transformer. And I like to run it with the action skill end anoint with shock, and I like to run my grenade with action skill end bonus cryo because I am running fire as my augment, and I like to have all three of those elements at all times pretty much. As for these guns, I don't really use them too much. The face puncher just outperforms all three of them in my opinion with the way this build is set up, because also on top of running the static charge, I also have the cut purse, which pretty much makes it so I have infinite ammo, and I'm also running the last stand white elephant, which will pretty much turn the face puncher into a Torg weapon. So the face puncher is pretty versatile weapon, which is why I like to use it. And as you can see, it's after using Faceslam, weapon damage is increased by 300% for a short time. I like using this better than 300 over 90 just because you can keep this up while facing bosses. And I don't know, I feel like it just gives you better control over that 300% damage. Now, as for my skill tree, it's not anything real special. If I could get a phase zerker without enema into it, I wouldn't even put points in enema. I'd put them all into infusion. And because I mean, enema you do a lot of damage with enema, but you also take a lot of damage, which I'm sure everybody knows by now. But yeah, I wouldn't even go into enema if the phase zerker didn't already have it. I've been farming for one without enema, but until then, I'm just gonna have to deal with it. Steady hands, put 3 points into that. Infusion, 3 out of 5 into that. That's for that fire dot that I like to get on, along with the shock and corrosive from the annoyance. I just put a point in wildfire because I don't use phase grasp. And I didn't really need any more points in infusion. So I didn't need that. I didn't need dread, and catharsis is just, it's not too useful. You just use this to get some extra dots for rush stacks. Tempest is a great skill to have. The elemental damage helps with pretty much anything Amara does. Deep Well, this is just in case I want to use the Hellwalker. with this and my static charge having extra mag size on it, I get 2 shots out of the Hellwalker. Indiscriminate. The ricochet chance, I mean, this is something that everybody likes to run on Amara. It's just a good skill. Sustainment. You only need 1 point in sustainment because the weapon damage is just insane in Mayhem 10. So the life still just far outputs your need. Only have 1 point here because the class mod. Alright, over to the green tree. I have 3 points into personal space. You know, extra bonus damage. I have 2 points into clarity. I just threw them in there just to get down to the next one. And then I have 2 from the class mod. Now here, you could get Samsara, since we are running Faceslam. You do get a lot of enemies with Faceslam, but since we have sustainment, it's not really needed. So I put the 5 points in Helping Hands for that extra damage reduction. And then I just put 1 point here because I had an extra point at the end of this build. And, you know, it helps with the melee damage. So it's good for that. Good for that face puncher. So I put 5 points into Do Harm. Get bonus action skill damage, which you can really ramp up the damage of Faceslam. I'm pretty sure in my first video that I did, my little introduction, what I did was I equipped Phase Cast, and I just Phase Cast that to 99, and I hold a 300 over 90 Hell Shock, and then I Faceslam, and it does a lot of damage. I actually was trying to go for I had the white elephant on, and I was trying to get the Faceslam to go through, do its damage, and then melee him. And I was trying to get that sticky on there because it would have been a one-shot, but it's only 30%, and just a 1 melee, I did it, I don't know, like 10 times, and I was kind of excited to get the first video out, so I didn't want to sit there and keep going over and over again. But anyway, back to the build. Transcend. 3 points into that. Get the extra crit, better accuracy. Restless for the cooldown. Now, you don't really need a point in this. You can throw it in, maybe Fast Hands. Yeah, it's probably... but because the only thing that I'm running is Soul Sap, and Soul Sap's really not even needed for this build, because again, you have sustainment. And then Laid Bare, 3 points into that for the extra damage. Wrath for even more damage. I put 3 into Awakening for the rush stack effectiveness, and 1 into Remnant just for extra damage on the side, which Remnant it's insane right now because of the way it scales with Mayhem 10. I think I'm very surprised that Gearbox hasn't done something to Amara to make her a little weaker, because it seems like they like to do that sometimes, but as of lately it does seem like they've been more on trying to make everybody stronger. And then 1 point into Avatar, you get double Faceslam, so then I can proc the Face Puncher Anointment 2 times, and usually I don't even have to go with both Faceslams by the time, well, I'll explain, because of I'm using Pool Party, so a lot of times I look for the pools of electricity and I stand in it. It'll keep my transformer up, which helps with... Which one is it? One of these, which can't even... I don't remember where it's at, but one of these skills in here makes it so your cooldown rate is increased while your shields are full, so pretty much I always have Faceslam. There are some times where I don't, and it's just based on luck of pool party. But even if you go into fight for your life with this build, if there's something around, you're gonna kill it. I think that's with most Amara builds. So I'm gonna go over to the Maliwan takedown, and I will see you there. Okay, so we're at Maliwan takedown now. This build, it can do true takedown, but I'm not gonna do it because it's kind of annoying. But I mean, this will still show off the build
Make your way there and be ready
and
for some
how it
heavy
works.
resistance. I'm counting on you, Vault Hunter.
Faceslam.
Feel the
One
power.
shot.
Talk to the hand. I'm down for a brawl.
See the chains of electricity coming off from the static charge. And, yeah, I guess I should show the Mayhem modifiers and go over why I picked these ones. The only one I really I wanted Speed Demon because of the movement speed. Is just so much fun to use. Now the floor is lava. I didn't want the floor is lava, but I did want Pool Party, I wanted Speed Demon, and I wanted Postmortem. So it was just in there, and I kind of just took it because I didn't want to re-roll for another hour. But so, you know, it did with the floor is lava. The floor is lava actually hurts this build, because Faceslam makes you stand still once you use it, so you're always gonna get hit by it after you use it, so I would advise against using the floor as lava. I mean, it's not too big of a deal. Especially, see, I'm standing in the pool party, and that was just death that killed me. Yeah, you can see the chains of electricity acting like a brainstormer, doing 50% of the melee damage. And, you know, with Groundbreaker, she just has so much to help with Groundbreaker. Come up here, Faceslam, shoot Kraken a couple times. This build, it's a very powerful build. You know, most of the time you see everybody using Ties That Bind with Amara, but this build really doesn't need it. And earlier when I was talking about the build, I said how I have a cut purse, but with the Transformer, it seems like the Transformer actually keeps my ammo pretty high throughout doing most of the stuff, so it does take quite a while for me to run out of ammo. So usually when I'm running the takedown, even in true takedown, I can make it from vending machine to vending machine without ever having to switch. And you'll see right now the little brainstormer effect just insta melts their shields. Come back up. Faceslam, and as you saw, I said earlier that usually I don't even have to use both Faceslams. The cooldown just comes back so fast, and you can see it right here. It's It's insane how fast it comes back.
Please try again in a moment.
Sorry about that. Siri started talking to me for no reason. And I used to use the white elephant for this part, but after using the static charge for this part, it's just, you don't really need the white elephant. The only reason I use white elephant is for bossing. But for this kind of stuff, I mean, this boss, since there's so many mobs around, I like to use static charge. They just... It's insane. Like, and since I'm getting that 300% on Faceslam, they don't stand a chance, really. I mean, even without it, the way this gun is right now, it's probably one of the best guns in the game right now, in my opinion. Like, look at that. Just a couple shots and they die. Oh, that almost got me.
Triple threat, triple threat.
So that shows that off. I am going to head to Wotan, and alright, so I'm back, getting ready to fight Wotan, but before that, I picked up this beauty of a white elephant on my way to getting to Wotan. Just that action skill cooldown right there just makes it so good. On top of that, weapon accuracy and corrosive damage. It's a pretty good one. I wish it was Last Stand, because I don't use slams too much, but you never know, maybe I'll be able to do a future build with this or incorporate it into this one, but for right now I'm just gonna continue with the Last Stand white elephant. It does have the extra shotgun damage on it, which is nice. But yeah, so let's get this fight with Wotan started.
Now that is definitely your
Start
zone.
with Faceslam.
Giant
I
boss
shoot
trap.
at his bottom right leg, get his shield off, shoot him up top a couple times, some more boards to split, Faceslam again, shoot some more, simple rinse and repeat. You can kill these guys and try and get some full party going, so you can refill your shield, so you get your action skill back a little faster. And sometimes, like, shooting these orbs onto him, when he goes into his next shield phase, they'll just start melting through his shield and I won't have to do anything. It doesn't happen all the time, but when it does, it's pretty nice. Like, it kind of started to do it there, but sometimes it'll just pretty much instantly go through, like it did right there. And that's unfortunate. It's okay. We'll get the second one real quick. Faceslam, go down with his death, because I Faceslammed into him. Start shooting Wotan. Get those crits in. Faceslam. Just going for the Wotan bottom half because you could see I knew I could kill it. Sometimes this top half will instantly go down with this build, and other times it just doesn't. It's pretty much just based on the luck of
Another
the
takedown.
white elephant
I'm even outpacing
proccing,
my own legend.
but
Brilliant
yeah,
work,
that's
Vault Hunter. That
the
arcade
build.
will make Valorant think
It's a
twice
fun
before they
build to
come at us
use,
again.
something different than Ties That Binds. You get to use Faceslam with it, which is pretty fun. yeah, just a nice different Amara build. Hope you enjoyed the video. Leave a like, subscribe to see more Borderlands 3 content. Share the video. Share my channel with anybody else that is a Borderlands 3 fan. And I'll see you in the next one. This is Heatwave832, signing off. Peace.